And now, next week, Dónall Dempsey, everyone. I have been invited to the vicarage to see a prize marrow. Unfortunately, I hadn't read Richard's poems at the time. I was a country hick. I'd just come from Ireland to that London, and it was the first English vicar I'd ever seen. And they are a strange alien breed, as you said. His garden was beautiful beyond belief, and I said, how do you do this? And this is the story of that. It's called the nurture of culture. Have you a working pulse? The vicar asks of his prized petunias. The perk up at once to the Pericles. She sent him away, cold as a snowball, he whispers to his gladioli. Once again, the Pericles does the trick. They positively beam at him, eager for more Shakespeare. Oh yes, flowers, the vicar eagerly pontificates, adore Shakespeare, especially Pericles and other minor plays, rather than the Great Dane or say Othello. I hardly believe in the flowers' bardolatry. The vicar's garden a paradise. The herbs prefer Gilbert and Sullivan, he informs me, as if it were ordinary. Really? I gasp disbelievingly. Be my guest, he offers in good faith. I tentatively approach a sprig of oregano. It looks startled, being sung to. Poor wandering one, though you were sad and lonely, no, my son, herbs like to be spoken to, not sung. And this time, perhaps, he admonishes the correct words. He preaches as if from a pulpit, a congregation of herbs and flowers, hanging on his every word, eager believers. Ahem, I tentatively begin. Poor wandering one, though thou hast surely strayed. The oregano dances in the breeze, he so very, very pleased. Or sometimes, my son, a little dash of nall coward. What compulsion compels them? I sing to the chives. And who the hell tells them? Before being interrupted as before. No, my son, spoken, not sung. Why do the wrong people travel, when the right people stay back home? Excellent, one of their favourites, dear boy. What could I possibly say? His voice provoked such a fecundity that could not be for a second doubted, although doubt I did. Oh yes, when one talks to one's garden, one must bear in mind that flowers and herbs prefer, how should one say, a little culture. Thank you. I need a volunteer from the audience. Heather! I always had to give them a choice. Heather, as you're making your way up, have you ever been, do you know where your popliteal fossa is?
No.
Have you ever been kissed on your popliteal fossa? To your knowledge?
To our knowledge, no.
Right. Can you face the audience, please? Heather, as you can see, is very shy, and she's hid her patellas behind this beautiful garment, but she's got beautiful patellas. Don't ask me how I know. Can you turn around here, please?
Yes.
Now, as you can see, Heather is now openly displaying her popliteal fossas, which of course, as you know, is the back of the knee here. And what a lovely back of the knee you have.
Oh, thank you.
You may return to the safety of your seat. Sorry, I needed glamorous assistance, that's why I didn't ask you over. This is called, well, Kiss My Popliteal Fossa. I was in an old folks' home, and this lady, Marjorie, told me the first sexual encounter that she had. I remember, I have to be Marjorie for this, I remember the golden tassels of my dress touching the back of my knees as I was kissed for the very first time, bent over in a clinch as if he were statuary. The tassels' touch exquisite in itself, much more sensual than the actual kiss, as I wondered, his tongue dancing with my tonsils, if there was a name for that sort of thing. The back of the knees, I mean. Okay, Freddie, I commanded, seeing as I seem to be in command here. That's quite enough of that. Shattered, he reluctantly took his tongue out of my cheek. Cheeky bugger, I thought, should never let him go that far. Crestfallen, he stammered, sorry. You won't tell my mother, will you? Hid his erection with his topper. I went down at once and asked the father, is there a name for the back of the knees? Of course there is, my love. It's your popliteal fossa. I tingled to my toes, having discovered my first erogenous zone, and known that one day I would become a doctor. Yeah.